I just want to show you what I'm doing out here in the garden. Finally, I've reached a point where it's not raining. I have this big plot of land that I dug from scratch with this shovel. We don't have a tiller, so I've been doing this for years with the shovel, and I'm just cut out for it. I enjoy it. I'm going to show you what I've done. Pretty big plot of land that I've tilled. Right here, I plan on doing corn, and you can grow corn fairly close together. Believe it or not, I'm going to do 4 rows. Last year, I only had half of this tilled, and we had 2 rows of corn. It looked absolutely beautiful, and it just gave the yard a country look, even though we're in the city, and I just love that. And then we had corn to eat, and my husband just finished off an ear from the freezer yesterday. But I don't need to plant this yet. This is not my main concern, because this can be planted in June even. Growing something new this year. Last year I grew okra, which didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. My husband's not a real big fan, but he kind of liked the pickled okra. No, I'm not doing okra. Right here is where I'm going to grow it's called Edamame. I hope I pronounced it right. I'll show you the pack of seeds in a moment. It's the same as soybeans, but I'm going to pick it at an early stage where they're baby soybeans that are absolutely delicious. If you've ever been to Ruby Tuesday, it was a restaurant. They had the best salad bars. The best salad bar with edamame, baby soybeans. I'll show you the pack of seeds. I've got it over here in the wagon. Yeah, here we go. And I ordered these seeds from Walmart, and they came to me right away within a couple days. So we're going to plant these, say, about 6 inches apart, and about a foot between the rows. You can see the seed down there. Looks like a little pea. That's a little soybean, edamame. I'm gonna go ahead and put I want them to be pretty sturdy, so it's 1 inch to 1.5 inches deep. So just keep coming back to my channel and see how this turns out. It takes about 10 to 12 weeks for them to produce the soybean pods, and that I'll be harvesting. And you boil them or blanch them or steam them for just a little while, a few minutes or something, and then you can take them out of the pods, and then that's when they're delicious. And you can put them on salads and put them on stir fries and eat them for snacks, and there's all kinds of recipes. They recommend that you don't eat the pod, but a lot of people serve them that way. It's like a delicacy. They just put it in their mouth and they eat the I'm going to call them baby soybeans. They eat them from the pod, but you have to cook them first. Maybe you can dry them and they can be a snack, but I think it'll be a great protein source, and I really need that. I'm going to finish up here, and I got some other things I could show you in the garden. So right now I planted 3 rows. I just planted 3 rows. Like I said, I've never grown this before. I'm going to give this a light watering. We've had a lot of rain, so the soil is slightly damp. And I did add some topsoil and a little bit of manure to this, but I don't think it needs much. Not like the corn. I want the corn to have more manure, compost manure. This row here I'm leaving open. I haven't decided what to grow here in the front. So my concern is that the squirrels will get in here. Without Smoochie being here anymore, we don't have dogs to scare the squirrels away, I guess. So I may have to put some fencing up here, and it will not look real pretty, but just to help protect it. Yeah, as a barrier. Okay, back here by the fence line, this is where I want to grow the cucumbers, right behind the soybeans, and I think they'll grow fine together. And near corn also. We did it last year with the corn and the okra. Probably another week or so I'm going to be laying out the soil way before that. I may be doing that tomorrow, in fact. See this soil, these clumps? I need to try to get some of this dirt, some of this soil off these clumps. Yeah, as much as I can. But then I have all those bags of topsoil there and a big bag of compost manure, I'll be using most of that. But I want to save some, reserve some for some squash plants. I'm going to be growing squash by seed. Yeah. Okay, right here is where my garlic's growing, and it's getting big. And when it gets brown, it will be ready. And this looks like it's going to be an early harvest, earlier than last year. Just wait. It looks like it will be another a few weeks to go. But I see some of the leaves are kind of yellow down at the bottom. But when the top leaves start to get brown, and before it seeds, you want to pull or dig up the garlic. We've got some potato plants, and it looks like they're dry, but believe me, we had rain a couple days ago, and I think 3 days ago, but we had so much rain. I will give them a watering today, probably. I grew these by small spuds. These are yellow potatoes. So these plants are looking really good, these potato plants are. I wasn't sure if they were going to come up, but they did, and I'm real pleased. Let's see, my beets are not doing as well as last year. I can tell already. I don't know why. I have a rhubarb plant that's coming up here. There's a tiny little one that's not doing very well over there. Hopefully it will do better when we get more sunshine, I hope. I can really count on the turnips to do well. They always do well. We'll be using these in stew and soup. My husband likes them, so great, because this has probably produced more than anything. There's our kale back here. It's doing good. A little bit of spinach and some lettuce with a little bit of onions in between the lettuce row. I grew all this by direct seed. Seeds are cheap. I get them 25% off at Oakland Nursery where I go. And I get pretty good quality seeds there. Yeah, it's just the way for me to plant. I enjoy the direct seed. I do have an herb garden I started over here. I just planted those seeds a few days ago, dill and cilantro. These are black-eyed Susans. Yeah, let's see here. You can see the strawberries are coming on. And we should get a bunch of them. There's a little one. Yeah, they're doing really well. We usually do well. So we should have a good harvest this year. This is all strawberries. I need to weed the garden again. I don't know what I'm going to grow in between. I don't know if the soybeans would look right. I think what I'm going to do is I wasn't going to grow pumpkins, but I think if I till the ground right here, I could have a small pumpkin patch. The sun hits directly here. And last year I did grow the pumpkins with the strawberries, and they did fairly well. There was a fungus or something that I didn't have the year before when I just didn't have the strawberries. So, that was the year before the year before. That was like 3 years ago when I had a great pumpkin harvest, but I didn't have the strawberries then. So I know I can't grow melons and I can't grow squash. They do not do well with strawberries. Pumpkins will tolerate being next to strawberries, but they're not the best companions. So that's why I thought if I till over here, till some more ground, the pumpkins, I could grow them over here, because I do have some pumpkin seeds, just one packet. I couldn't resist. I love pumpkins. And then I'll be tilling over here for my sweet potato patch. I was going to do 12 sweet potato plants. I think I'm going to do 8. Depends on how much they cost. That is a considerable factor this year, cost. Some perennials are coming up from last year, and I have a lot of ivy that's regrowing that my husband ran a lawnmower back here. He thought I would pull out the vines. He doesn't realize how hard it is to get them by the roots, but I might try it eventually. have quite a bit of Dutch irises coming up all together there. So they're going to be, I'm looking forward to seeing that. That's the most I've had together in one place ever. Because usually I plant them separate. I kind of clumped them together there. So we'll see how that looks. That might look like a beautiful bouquet. Then I have some larkspur. It's very similar to delphinium. And I have Sweet William. My sisters love Sweet William. I'd love to see them around Memorial Day because the Sweet William will be in full bloom then, even before then, but it will be gorgeous. They're pink and red. And through here it looks like a mess, but this is where the tomatoes are going to be. And we're going to grow those the end of the month, we decided. So I don't have any more money in my budget to buy plants until the end of May, around Memorial Day. Thanks for watching my little garden tour. Let me know how your garden's growing and throw some tips my way in the comments section. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you on the next one.